What's up, Lego builders? Welcome back to Coconut Brick Studios for another live stream. I almost didn't do a live stream this weekend because I was like, nah, not really feeling any Star Wars builds right now, and I've started Mimban, so that's going to be like the bulk of my streaming moving forward. But I've just been really excited, real interested in some non-Star Wars stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a non-Star Wars build stream. See what people... I mean, it's gonna look fair. It's not like I'm doing anything radically different from what I normally build. So, yeah. It'll still be, jungle mock, typical to what I like to do. Anyways, let's see who's hanging out today. Who's chilling. What is this? Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Today we've got Stormtrooper Creations, Nathan Putich, Frank D, BR Bricks, Legion of Fett, Vicky A, Ghost Lafayette, Kristen, welcome, Noah, Lego Lover, Harry Spaceman, Brick Lab Studios, Lego Sith Empire, Zombie Hunter, Miss Crafty, Nikki, Sammy Tsunami, Fish and Lego, Big Eye 73, Killer Croc, Previsla Productions. I was at the last stream. Nice. The mock sure is looking quite barren. Well, that is because I haven't started yet. So I'm doing a Warhammer 40k mock. I was actually pretty big into Warhammer 40k growing up. I collected for anybody who is familiar, I collected the Dark Angels. And I've kind of always been interested in it, but I feel like I've told this or said this quite a bit. Once I started my YouTube channel, I put a lot of my other interests on the back burner because I was like, financially, time, effort, just like everything, my focus needed to be Lego Star Wars in order to grow the channel and like solidify it and just make it and like, be able to do this full time. And so for a while, like the World War II stuff, Warhammer 40k, I just didn't really pay attention to, didn't think about just because it, I'd get sad when I thought about it or like want to dig more into it or do more with it, but I knew I couldn't at that time, so I just kind of like ignored it. But channel's at a good place. I've been growing and expanding the type of content I want to do recently and just branching out to new stuff. And I feel like Lego Star Wars and just Star Wars in general, I don't know if you guys feel this way too, is kind of at a lull right now just because of like the type of content that's been coming out, how it's received. I just feel like interest in Lego Star Wars is waning a little bit. And that's how all things are. There's ebbs and flows. But I've definitely been feeling that personally of just like losing. I'm always going to be a Star Wars fan, always going to have this channel and do Star Wars stuff, but I feel like definitely my excitement towards other IPs and things is more than how I feel about Star Wars right now. So I'm doing a little Warhammer mock. I've got some, I built some Tyranids, some aliens, some Xenos that are going to be assaulting the planet. Got some Space Marine minifigs coming. I've got Dark Angels, Ultramarines, and some Guardsmen. So that's what's going on here. No Chaos Marines. Have you bought 4K videos or custom ones? Oh, figures. Yeah, I bought custom ones. Non-Star Wars. That's right, Naderator. Non-Star Wars. How you doing? How was Brick Slopes? Been seeing a lot of content in regards to it. Plus, Space Marine 2 just came out. People are playing it, enjoying it, so I wanted to get in on the hype. And honestly, like a lot of the stuff, some of the stuff I'm gonna be practicing, I can use in Star Wars builds. Like take for example this tree design that I was practicing with. That's something that I can be easily used in a Star Wars mock. So even though technically this one is, Warhammer 40k themed, it can all be used for other stuff. Green mock, you're doing new stuff, I see. Nice. I just love green. Like, it's one of my favorite things to build, and it's a piece that I have in great abundance. That's another thing, is I can do a lot of stuff with it. So that's why you see a lot of green. I wouldn't call it fake Lego just because Lego hasn't released any Space Marines themselves, but it is like It's like knockoff minifigures because the custom ones are like $80 for one minifig, and like with Space Marines, you want to have more than one Space Marine. So the ones I bought were like $5, and they look like they're good quality. So I'm excited about that. Like I'm not definitely don't want to buy poor quality. Poor quality. Some clips was a lot of fun. Some real awesome Star Wars builds this year. That's cool. Nice. Did you display anything this year? I went through a short phase of Warhammer, but I sold most of it. I do like the Forge Fiend though. Yeah, that's the thing. Like actual Warhammer is really expensive and time consuming, and that was like one of the reasons why I kind of got out of it. It was just because I was like, I don't have the time or money for this. But with Lego, I can like repurpose all the pieces. You know what I mean? Like if I build a Warhammer mock, it doesn't have to be a Warhammer mock forever. It can be something else. Do you have a Discord group or no? No, no Discord. I mean, even if you guys aren't Warhammer fans, you'll get some cool little Lego builds in this stream as well. Trying to find my green plate. What do you guys feel about like Lego Star Wars though? Like, do you feel like it's kind of at an ebb right now? Or do you feel like there's still the excitement is the usual amount? Like even as far as like Star Wars content, I feel like there's less Lego Star Wars content being produced, but I could be wrong. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Building a little jungles theme. I just played some Mario builds this year around. I made the opening screen of level 1 from Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, cool. I didn't know you did. I didn't know you were into Mario builds. So I'm gonna build like a little forest right here, like a little green patch, and I want to have some variation in the terrain, which is why this part drops down. And then I want to start building some more foliage. Like this, I want to practice different types of plants and different types of trees. Like I'm getting real tired of my tree build, and I even did a tree tutorial. So you'd think I'd be better at trees, but no. Just crossed over to 1,000 subs this week, dude. Congratulations. Congratulations. Quadruple digits club. Do you have any goals as far as like how many subscribers you want to get, or are you just kind of going, just making content, whatever happens, happens? I wish Lego Star Wars was cheaper. Like seriously, I went bankrupt buying the ATT. Yeah, it's pretty expensive. So let me show you guys the little alien creature I built. This is called a Hormagaunt. It's basically like a melee unit, but I made it way too big because it's supposed to be shorter than it's supposed to be about the size of a person, and you can see, I mean, that's Rift Hamzen, and he's got a little extra tall. His head's a little extra tall, and this guy absolutely dwarfs him. So I'm also going to build a much smaller Hormagaunt later on the stream once I get this terrain part done. So that's what's going to be running around in this forest. Definitely not something you want to run into. That's for sure. Put it right here. Anybody building anything? Anyone working on anything? Coconut, English or Spanish? What? Like in regards to what? I love Lego Star Wars. I started posting some mock videos on my channel. Now I'm up to 68 subscribers. That's awesome. I love Lego. Sorry about that. Thanks, feels good. I need to make more make some subscriber goals. Been going from 1,000, maybe 10K now. Yeah, that's kind of the next big one. My next big one is 100,000, and honestly, after 100,000, I don't really even have any like set goals of like what I want to hit. I just want to hit 100,000 so bad. I like Star Wars, but I might start a medieval collection or a Lego modular city. I feel like broadening interests or collections can definitely help not you like stay excited about Lego. Like I feel like sometimes if I'm not excited about Lego Star Wars, in the past I just kind of wasn't excited about Lego in general because I was like, well, that's the only thing I do. It's the only thing I can build or collect. But now that I've been able to open up into other avenues again, I feel like it's kept the love of Lego alive, which then I feel like has also helped keep the love of Lego Star Wars alive as well. Like, oh yeah, like I do like Lego still. So it's been really nice. I bought some cool World War II stuff. If anybody's interested, I do my Lego hauls over on my memberships page now. So if anybody wants to see like what kind of World War II stuff I've been buying, Warhammer stuff, become a YouTube member. Get access to that because I don't post haul videos on my channel anymore. I just bought 2 tanks. Well, I bought a tank and a half track. And then got some Warhammer minifigs on the way. Good stuff. Good stuff. Also, we building Mimban is finally here tomorrow, episode 1. People have been asking for it, and I've been just slowly preparing and getting ready, but the preparation is over and the building's already started. Episode 1 is done. It's edited. YouTube members, fun fact, have also already seen it. Some of them, actually all of them. I made it public. I made episode 1 public to all tiers, just because it's the first episode. So lots of stuff coming. I'm excited to finally have been done with the shed. I finished up a lot of other stuff, and I feel like I've finally been able to like fully turn my attention again to the channel, which is really nice. Felt like almost half of this year I had to like kind of just do the bare minimum to keep it going while I was working on other stuff. So it's nice to be able to turn my full attentions back. Will there be other Warhammer 40K things unlocked? Yeah, once I get the Warhammer 40K minifigs, I'll put them in, maybe. I'd like to build like some tanks. I don't know, those won't be in this mock, but I do want to build some tanks and guns. Is this Warhammer? It is. What's up, BR Bricks? How you doing? Is this a Tyranid mock? It is. I've got a Hormagaunt right here. And then once I'm done with the terrain, I'm going to build a smaller one that's more minifig scale. Working on a spaceport for a Star Wars inspired ship. That sounds cool. Making a Lego stop motion. I need to do another Lego stop motion. I want to get better. Right now, I'm just trying to build some variation into the terrain. So I'm building a little ravine right here. Do you guys have any Lego Star Wars sets that you're excited for? Anything coming up that's got you excited? What are your plans for Mimban? You'll find out tomorrow. Week 1. Building Mimban and Lego. It's here. I already have a really good feeling about this mock. Like the build, the terrain looks really good. I started a tunnel. I actually lit up the tunnel. It's gonna be some really cool stuff in this mock. And I feel like the smaller size is going to be the way I go, like the way I operate or build mocks moving forward. I definitely made a name for myself, you know, building as big as I could and building these massive mocks, and that was fun. And I feel like did what it needed to do for my channel. But I definitely want to scale down a little bit and just focus more on detail, storytelling, not having like a lot of dead space. Because you can look at parts of Megiddo, parts of Coruscant. There's just a lot of these dead areas that I had to build for like, you know, because that part of the mock just couldn't be blank. But I want to kind of cut out those areas and focus more on like more action packed scenes where more is happening. So like the mock, it's because like Mimban is the smallest mock I've built since 2020. So like it's definitely not a huge mock, but it's still decently sized, and there's just going to be so much more going on. I feel like it's still going to feel like a big mock. It's just not going to have a lot of like empty space or background building. So I'm really excited to try that out. Just I feel like I'm not going to be as stressed to get all this progress done. I won't have as much work to do each week. It'll be a lot more cost effective. So I'm excited. It's a good feeling about it. I was painting my Cadians earlier. No way. That's awesome. Looking forward to the UCS Java sale bar. I'm definitely interested to see what it looks like. I don't think I'm going to buy it, but I'm curious to see how it looks because I don't know. It's kind of like a brown rectangle, so I'm interested to see like what they do design-wise to make it more interesting, or if they will. We'll see. What's up, the Lawrensons? Welcome to the stream. I might do a medieval collection if I have enough money to do it and not get bankrupt. No fantasy in it though. Just European dudes killing each other with swords and spears. Oh, so you want to go like full historical? You don't want to do fantasy stuff. I have a decent medieval collection. I've got Bear Knights, I've got Black Falcons, I've got a lot of orcs. I'm not really excited to get sets anymore because I prefer buying parts and improving my mocks. Yeah, I am 100% like all in on mocks. They're so much better than sets. So much better. It's insane how much better they are. And you can get whatever you want. Like the sky's the limit. When it comes like if I was to only collect Lego, I'd just be so limited in what I like official Lego sets. I'd be so limited in what I could build and do. All right, I just got to finish this little patch over here in the corner, and I'll be done with the terrain. How long is the mock series? I don't know. As long as it needs to be. I don't have any plans. Like, it can't really say how long a mock series is before you've started it because you don't know how long it's going to take to build. I don't know. You just have to build it and see. I'm doing good. Excited to do some building. I get some ice cream later. Excited. I'm excited for you guys to see episode 1, building Mimban tomorrow. I'm not really worried about like losing interest in the series either, because that's one reason why I haven't done an Imperial mock up until now. It's just because the Imperial era just doesn't captivate me like the Clone Wars does, and so I was afraid of starting a big mock and then just losing steam. Because I lose a little bit of steam on Clone Wars mock, so I was like, man, if I can lose steam on a Clone Wars mock that I'm obsessed with, like what would happen if I did an Imperial mock? But the build itself is just so unique and so fascinating, and the troopers are so cool. I've got a big minifig haul for you guys tomorrow from the Minifig Co. with some really cool troopers. So it just made me not worry about like, oh, this is going to be boring. Am I going to lose interest? I don't think I would. And that's another thing with the smaller mock series is it's a little bit more manageable in that department. I'm not spending a year on one project, you know. So hopefully this will be a good move. Ice cream, I'm jealous. Do you think you'll build a second Empire mock? I don't know. Just have to see how the first one goes. I have no idea. It just depends on how it's received, because even if I really like it, if the series does terrible, then I'll probably just go back to Clone Wars mocks. Yep, I'll have TIE fighters in the mock. No TIE bombers. Just TIE fighters. I don't want to overcrowd the mock, because I'm also going to have an Imperial shuttle, AT-DTs, and an Imperial juggernaut, plus TIE fighters, so I don't want to have too much going on. I don't like overcrowding my mocks with things in vehicle. What is the creature that you built? This is called a Hormagaunt. It's a melee creature. It's got claws, legs, basically just comes in hordes to overwhelm defenses. So now I'm going to build a little tree right here. Some roots. I really like using these pieces for roots. I feel like they make for good looking roots over brick built ones. I also got this weird blade piece that I'm going to try. I'm going to scoot it in more. And I found, even though there's like kind of a blocky connection right here from root to tree, if I cover it up with plants, you can't really even tell. And it ends up looking really cool. Go a little root system right here. And then for the actual trunk, I'm using these dino tails. Because if you put them in a certain position, it actually makes kind of a cool looking trunk. Really gnarled and curved. Where did you get the Juggernaut from? It's a custom one. I haven't built it yet. I'm still collecting pieces for it. It's pretty big. Pretty big. See? It's a pretty cool looking trunk. There are some gaps in it. But if you just kind of turn these and position them in the right way, it kind of covers them up. I don't know. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. It's definitely not your typical looking tree. And then I've also been using these Indiana Jones whips to create vines. So I just put a little piece right here. And then I can wrap this around the tree trunk for a really cool look. Look at that. Hey? Oh, not too shabby, huh? I'm excited for Mimban. Good. You should be. I made a Naboo mock yesterday with my brother. Heck yeah, dude. Kind of like Tyranids and Gene Stealers from Warhammer 40k. I love Tyranids. I think they're really cool. I think it's a super cool race, and I like their tactics. They've got cool units, creepy looking units. So yeah, it's definitely a cool army. Then I'm going to put another root or vine right here, wrapping around from this direction. I wonder how many of these I have. There. What do you guys think? I feel like I should move this one, actually. So there isn't one on this side. Right here. There we go. Yeah, even better. Perfect. Now I've got 2 vines. That looks so cool. And then to cover up the bottom here, because it looks a little clunky, a little big, I'm just gonna use some plants. This. I like having them grow over the vines or the roots a little bit too. Where do you get all the brown tan? I get all my bricks from Bricklink. Any color, any piece, it's from Bricklink. It's the place to go. Love me some Bricklink. And because it's a creepy alien planet, I'm going to use these egg looking pieces. Of course, you guys know I love using the egg pieces. I love building with plants. Like, I wish I had more. Hey, no spamming. No spamming or else you get booted. I have Space Marine minifigs. They're not here yet. They're in transit. What do you guys think? These getting covered up nice? I feel like it's looking pretty good. Some more eggs down. Do you guys have a favorite plant piece? This one's mine. I love this piece. It's so cool. So expensive though. Kind of hard to find, which is annoying. Is that Lego or off-brand? What? All this is Lego. There's no off-brand here. All 100% Lego. I don't ever buy non-Lego bricks. The only non-Lego I'll purchase is minifigs if there's no like no Lego alternative. Like the walking battle droids, Lego has no battle droid that walks. So bought those. Lego doesn't make Space Marines, but if there is a Lego version, I'll buy that because I do like collecting Lego. I'm not a huge fan of off-brand. I have some, and I don't hate it. There's something to me about having all Lego in my collection that I really like. Just kind of like, I don't know. From a collecting standpoint, a purist standpoint, I guess. You guys probably know what I mean. Where do you get your Gungans? Bricklink. Coconut, you should build a zombie Star Wars mock from the book chart Dark Troopers. That could be cool. There's so many building ideas, so many options and things I could do. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. There. See, look at that. That tree's nice and covered up. That looks really good. Love it. Oh, the title, Julio, is it's not Lego Star Wars. It's still Lego, it's just not Lego Star Wars. I guess I should have done building a non-Star Wars Lego mock. This is all still Lego pieces. All right. Should use off-brand bricks for the filler bricks for elevation to save costs. I have, well, 2 things on that one, Nick. I have all the filler brick I need. Like, I haven't had to buy filler brick in over a year, I think. So I have more filler brick than I will probably ever use again. And another thing is I don't like non-Lego brick in my collection. I know it's cheaper, but I just prefer to have Lego. Just a personal preference thing. I know some people like to collect non-Lego to save on parts and costs, but I just... Also, another thing with non-Lego is it's going to be a slightly different color than Lego. So your bricks won't match. A minifig, a sig fig? Yeah, maybe. All right, so now I'm going to build a smaller version of this guy because he's just too big. It's too big. So let's start with one of these. These on the side. This was really, it took me like two design sessions to figure out this smaller guy because it's so hard to just build small. Like if Lego were to ever do Warhammer stuff, they'd probably have to like make these be molded because it's just so hard to get them at the scale, the right scale, because it's supposed to be smaller than a minifig. And like a minifig's already small, so there's so many bricks that are already almost the size of a minifig, you know? And this is just a prototype, so any color you see that's not white, like this that's gray, it was going to be replaced by a white version. Just have to buy it. We ever do a Camino mock? I like Rogue One. Like a Rogue clone unit versus the Empire with Vader? No. I don't have any plans to do Camino. Camino's been done a lot, and like Rich Boy Jay's currently doing Camino, so I'll save Camino for other people to do. It's not really my... I don't know. I like Camino. It's just not really my favorite place. And I feel like it would end up like a lot of my other mocks where there's just a lot of dead space because I'd have to do a ton of water. I feel like I've done a lot of those mocks, so... No Camino for me. Is this based off of any franchise or original? This is so these characters are based off of the Warhammer 40K series. It's a tabletop game, and there's like comics, movie or animations, video games, all kinds of stuff. It's a whole world. What about Life on Mars series? What is Life on Mars? Is that? I don't know what that is. I think this version is much better than the big one. It's not as detailed, but it fits the scale, which the scale is more important when it comes to these because they're not supposed to be big. They're supposed to be smaller than a Space Marine. And so this is, I mean, significantly smaller, you can see. And it still captures, like, you know, it's got the color scheme, the head, the legs, like the claws and stuff. So I think I'm going to probably stick with this smaller one. And then, I don't know, I might use this bigger one still as like a mutated version or like a supersized version. But I definitely want to focus more on like building a bunch of these to be running around my builds. That. Chicken McBickin, welcome. Can you add a chicken? Maybe. See you later, Sean. True, how about a Venator hanger mock like in Battlefront? Maybe. What if you set a white 3L bar through the brick? I tried, but it won't work. The bar doesn't fit all the way through, unfortunately. Are your Rhino Legion still around? Of course. Zethius, what's up, dude? Check it out. I don't know if you know Warhammer at all, Warhammer 40K, but I built a little Tyranid Hormagaunt, and that's what this smock is going to be. Got this tree over here. Non-Lego Star Wars build, but still Lego. Got some vines going through it. Some roots on the ground. How you doing, man? What are you up to today? So now I'm going to try building some little mushroom plants. Right here. Zoom the camera in. There. Perfect. Bro, I've been playing Space Marine 2, of course. Oh, good, good. Good. I'm glad you know. What do you think? Do they look pretty good? I mean, obviously it's Lego, so I wasn't able to do like an exact recreation. I focused on scale over detail because I've got a bigger one here, but like it's just too big. It's like twice the size of a Galactic Marine, and I was like, that's just not gonna work for Hormagon. Like their defining characteristic is their like small size. Get any new techniques from Brickfair? I'm sure I did. I just can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, the biggest thing I got from Brickfair was just motivation to like branch out and do new types of builds. Yeah, it does look like a baby version of the bigger one. That's true. I'd love to see a Citadel mock from the Clone Wars. The planet Lola Say has always been on one of my favorites. I built the scene from them scaling the wall last year, and it didn't turn out how I wanted. I've been there, man. Oh, that's the worst when you have these grand. That's kind of what happened with this, actually. I had this grand idea in my head, and then like finished building it, and was like, oh man. But luckily, I came up with this small guy. I want to slash through it with a chainsaw, so I think you succeeded. I've got some Space Marine figs on their way with chainswords, bolter rifles. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to be able to dive back into Warhammer 40k. It's been years. I'm finally allowing myself to get into it again. I'm trying to decide because I want to start making Warhammer 40k content, and I'm trying to decide if I should do a new channel or if I should just upload it on this channel. You ever make a large mock go to transport or handle it and it just breaks into 200 pieces? I sure have. Thankfully, no. That hasn't happened to me, but that sounds rough, man. I have had stuff break, but not completely. Are your Space Marines brick built for size accuracy, or are they the ones using Nexonite armors? They are customs. So it's not official Lego, unfortunately. That was one reason why I've been so hesitant to do it for so long, is I was like, no, non-Lego, like I just don't know. Do I want to be the non-Lego guy? But like I've been getting into it more and more. I'm like, if I buy non-Lego droids and I'm perfectly satisfied with it, like what's wrong with me getting some non-Lego Space Marines? So unfortunately, they're not the actual size of a Space Marine. They're smaller. But I still think they look really cool. Dude, Zethius, I've been watching so much gameplay from Space Marines 2. Like yesterday, I got my videos finished, and so I just spent the afternoon building the Hormagon and watching Space Marine 2 campaign play. Did you see the new Wednesday Lego sets? I mean, yeah, briefly. I'm not interested in like the Friends sets. Friends line or whatever, so, but I did see him. What if you made a brick built Space Marine for bigger scale? You definitely could do that. It's just not going to look as good, is the problem. That's the issue, is brick built just doesn't look as cool. There isn't as much detail. And honestly, minifig Space Marines look really cool. So to me, it felt like a worthy compromise. Doggo needs out. All right, see you in a bit. I actually displayed at a Lego convention recently. Oh, really? What convention was it? How did it go? Did you see the Nightmare Before Halloween thing? I did not. Is it like a Lego thing or what? I'm building a jungle Nilo, Yoshi. Jungle mock with this little Hormigaunt running through it. Trying to build some plants, like some reverse mushroom looking plants. Well, I'm running low on these. I don't think I'll have enough to be able to build as high as I want to build, but at least it's a start. Getting the design figured out. Dang, is that really all I have? Dang it. That sucks. I only have 5. Hoping I have. I was hoping for at least 8 or something. Do you like the off-brand Lego blasters that you use for droids and clones? I do. I think they really elevate my mocks, and they make the mocks look so much better. And that's the thing. Like this wasn't like an overnight change for me. It's just the slow process of using non-Lego products and just realizing how high quality they are and how much they improve my mocks. It's just kind of this slow, gradual thing of like, wait a second, this is actually a really good option for improving my stuff. Hey, if you add extra arms to the back of that bigger guy, it'd be more accurate. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to add another set of arms, like the little grabber ones. They're like tucked underneath. I think the only option would be is if I removed this piece, I could maybe stick some little arms down there on the side. It was so hard to fit the extra arms. I might be able to fit some extra ones on this guy if I put another headlight brick in, but then that would make him bigger. I'm actually building the jungle planet Kadaku. Have you ever played Galactic Contention? I have not. What is that? Yeah, it looks like I'm fresh out of those dishes. Well, next time I make a brick order, I'll order some more of those. I kind of want to get them in green though, not trans light green or whatever it's called. Jiu-Jitsu, what's up, man? Yeah, that looks pretty cool. I like that. It's definitely a good look. I wish I had my Galactic Marines with me now so I could actually put them into the mock and show you guys what they look like. Ooh, really tired. Alright, now we're gonna go right here to this boring patch. Gotta spice this up. Make it look better. Oh, it's a Star Wars game? I haven't played any Star Wars games in a while. I've been playing a lot of Forts, if you guys ever played that. This game's so much fun. I also need to practice with like plants. I feel like whenever I build with plants, I use too many different kinds and it ends up just looking too chaotic. You guys ever have that problem when you're building with plants? I'm building a mock that's like the 501st on a snowy cliff, and there's an ATTE and some other clones shooting at them while they try and protect themselves, waiting for a gunship. A last stand? That sounds cool. Sounds big, too. It's like it's going to be a big mock. Oh, man, I just can't tell you how much I love this piece. So cool. So expensive. Sorry, I keep yawning. Put some eggs on these bad boys. I'm telling you guys, the Lego line of plants, like the succulents, roses, all those different things, extremely underrated. There are some really cool parts in there. Like if you guys are ever like, oh, I don't know what parts to get, I don't know what I should buy, like I want to like branch out, just go look at the sets and you'll see so many cool little pieces in different colors, cool colors, and it might spark your imagination and give you some ideas. And they're pretty easy to build. I mean, they're pretty inexpensive. It's not big. Most of the area is plain due to my lack of pieces. Oh, gotcha. I see. I want to get a ton of these and just build a mock that's where the under, like the ground is just completely blanketed by these. What's happening? I'm building a mock. Building a mock, and we're just hanging out and chilling. Got a little alien in the background. Right there. What's your guys' favorite like molded plant piece to work with? Really? Can't stop yawning all of a sudden. These plants too are cool because you can stack them and get this nice little like you can add a lot of variation to your terrain and make it look like a little bit of a hill or like I don't know. It's just you can build cool stuff with them on just like boring flat terrain and like make it look pretty cool. All of the plant pieces. That's true. Lego plant pieces are so cool. All right, enjoy your dinner, Lego lover. Thanks for hopping in. I appreciate it. I love plants. They're so vibrant. It's so true. Like they're just so vibrant, so green. I like that they do different shades of green. It's not all one green. Like Lego does a really good job. I know there are a lot of complaints about their sets, and I get it. I complain about the sets as well, but like the pieces themselves are just so cool. Like this is why I'm a Lego fan after all these years. Why I stopped collecting the Warhammer, like the actual Warhammer, why I don't collect models, why I don't collect other things is because Lego it's just so cool in and of itself and it's so adaptable and so versatile. Like I can build a accurate looking Warhammer mock. I could take these pieces and build a castle mock, Star Wars mock, and it's like all I have to do is spend that money once and I can now engage in each of my different hobbies and passions without having to like buy separate things that are always going to stay that thing. You do sacrifice, a little bit of detail, but it's worth it. I just want Bionicle back, bro. Bionicle, that would be so cool. I've actually been looking at collecting some more Bionicles, Zethius. I'm trying to because one thing that always kind of annoyed me as a kid or I was sad about is I never was able to like collect a complete wave. I'd always get like 2, 3, maybe even 4 of the wave, but I never got a complete one. The closest I ever got was the Glatorius line. I'm missing Drax, or what is his name? I've got some of the Bionicles saved on my eBay watch list, so I can pull them up real quick. The 2 I'm missing are Malum and Gresh. That's it. That's what it was. Malum and Gresh. I might have to leave. I have my dinner, but I'll probably be back. Yeah, I'm gonna have to leave in a little bit too and go eat my lunch because I'm hungry. Hungry. All I've eaten today so far is a peach. I'm feeling the hunger. What do you guys think? Am I using too many different plant pieces? Sometimes I feel like I get too excited about using plant pieces. And so I use all the plant pieces and then it looks a little too chaotic. Over diverse. That's even a thing in the plant world. Because I'm using like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different kinds. See, me and my brother both like Bionicle, so I inherited his collection when he moved out, so I have parts from a few full waves. Oh, that's awesome. Do you remember any of the full lines, like any of the full waves you have? I also have, I have a couple Fotaku, or what is it? I can't see, can't read the box from here. It's the flying ones though. I had a couple of those. I had a bunch of Bionicles growing up. That's true. Jungles are pretty diverse. Do you ever go to the movies and then when the movie is over, you just go right to your studio? Oh, absolutely, Nick. That's one of my favorite things to do in life is, and it's not even just movies. It's like a TV show, a poster, a book. Like as a kid, when we'd go out and do something or like, I don't know, if I'd read a book, my favorite thing would be to then go home and like recreate something of it in Lego. Like that to me is like peak enjoyment of life when I get to go and build. Like watching Warhammer 40K and being like, oh, I know how I'm gonna build that. Like I was watching gameplay footage of Space Marine 2 yesterday, and in my head I was planning how I'd build like some of the foliage already. These things, the reverse mushroom plant things. Yeah, I love doing that. Like especially as a kid, watching a movie and being like, oh, I can't wait to get home, bust out my Lego collection and build. And like as a kid, there's always the frustration too of like not having the right parts and the right colors, not having enough pieces. So now it's even better as an adult, being able to go crazy and just build whatever I need, ordering new parts. One of my frustrations with plant pieces though is I'm not really able to dedicate much of my budget to getting them because a lot of my plant pieces I use for fun building, and so most of my budget has to go towards like a video of some kind or like content or like, just what I'm working on. Not all of it, but especially like this last month. But because I wish I could buy more plant pieces because this right here is like a good chunk of my plant pieces. Toamata, Metru, Borok. Oh, nice. Yeah, I loved the Borok. For some reason, they were like one of my favorites. Oshiki, Hordeka. Had a huge Cardus Dragon building using Axon. Oh, Axon was cool in Brutaka, the spider guy. That was an awesome Christmas present. I wanted to get Vizen and Fenrak really bad. Like one thing I really enjoyed is I always liked how they do the full line of Bionicle, and then they do all these like random one-off like special warriors or like ultra warriors or like extra bad guys or mercenaries, just like these cool random ones. Like that was, I don't know, the Bionicle whole just vision and the whole, what's the right word? Just all of Bionicle, just the way they went about it was just so cool. They nailed that. That's one of their best original lines they've ever created, in my opinion. That looks really good. Nice. I love the Coruscant gunship. ATT or Coruscant gunship. I'm gonna have to go ATTE simply because that's my all-time favorite vehicle, but the Coruscant gunship is a really good set. I was not a fan of it at first, but it's definitely grown on me. And I actually think it's a great size for mocks. So I'm a fan. I also had the giant Takanuva Bionicle. Sad I missed out on grabbing the Exo Toa armor. Is it expensive to get now? Like, could you pick it up on eBay or something? I have so many saved listings on eBay of stuff I wish I could buy. I've got Indiana Jones, I've got Star Wars, I've got Bionicle, I've got Bricklink Designer Program. I also want to get that Lego delivery truck just because I want the forklift. I want to have like a forklift certified operator in my Mimban base. I think that would be kind of cool. Chef T in the house. Dude, it was great meeting you at Brickfair. That was awesome. So cool getting to meet so many people. How you been, man? What you been up to? Favorite ARC Trooper? I don't know that I have a favorite ARC Trooper. Do you watch the Lego Rebuild the Galaxy? No, I don't. Like I said, I've just been kind of in a lull with Lego Star Wars. Like, I put out my Lego Star Wars content, but like, I feel like I'm not super enamored with Lego Star Wars right now. Like, it's kind of like muscle memory, or like, oh yeah, like Lego Star Wars. Like, I put out the weekly videos, but like in my free time, I'm not like I used to be, like looking up stuff on Wikipedia or like learning about battles and vehicles and lore. I'm doing all that stuff, but it's with different things now. Currently making some Bionicle G2 mocks. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, dude. This is looking pretty good so far. Pretty vibrant little jungle scene going on here. You too. I wish I was there for the week to get more time. I'm doing well. How are you? Oh, were you just there for public days? That makes sense, actually, because I saw you what was it, on Saturday. Yeah, going the full week is awesome. Like, I had so much fun. I got to know so many people, and it was like so busy on the non-crowded days or on the non-public days too. There were so many people there, and it was just so much fun hanging out, going and doing stuff. It's awesome. Definitely want to go again next year. I'm doing good. Doing pretty good. Had a slow morning, but got everything done that I needed to, which was nice. So after this, I can just chill. That feels good. That fills me with excitement. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up here in a couple of minutes. So any last chats, comments, hit me up. I'm going to go eat some food. Was there for a couple hours, then had to leave for work. Oh, so do you live nearby? Or like you live in Virginia, I'm guessing? Bro, if Lego released an actual Space Marine line, I feel like they'd have to use mega figures like they use for Thanos or the Hulk to be lore accurate. That would be so cool if we got big fig Space Marines. Oh man. Or even like the size of Hagrid, because you know Hagrid's not as big as a big fig, but he's also bigger than a minifig. So they could go that route, or they could do like the Avatar. Like they could do so many cool things. Take care. Talk to you next time. 3 hours away. Yes, I'm on the opposite side. Oh wow, a 3 hour drive. That's some commitment right there to drive 3 hours just for one day. Yeah, hopefully you'll be able to make it for more time next time. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me. Just wanted to build for a little bit, do a quick stream. Kind of in a lull right now for like streaming content because my next bulk of streaming is probably going to be like working on Mimban or something. So this was just kind of like a random stream. But tomorrow, week 1 of Mimban, it's dropping. It's finally here. I think you guys are gonna like it. I've got some building. I'm gonna be doing some layout, talking about like the dimensions of the mock minifigure haul. So there'll be all kinds of stuff to enjoy. But thank you all for tuning in, hanging out with me for a little bit. I will catch you all later. Till next time, happy building.